Here is Donald Trump. This is, Donald Trump was saying that because Biden and Harris are going to allow an invasion of the suburbs. Now, that is done in the passive voice, right? It doesn't like an invasion requires an invader. And he left that out of the construct. And at the press briefing yesterday, some hardworking reporter said, like, who are the invaders? And here's Donald Trump trying to make it clear that he was not talking about the invaders that he envisioned are not, necessarily non-white. Here's what he's saying.
Thank you, Mr. President. You have warned several times that if Joe Biden is elected president, that there will be an invasion in suburban neighborhoods. It's a sentiment that you expressed in a tweet again this morning. What exactly do you mean by invasion?
What I mean is people are going to become, they're going to be opening up areas of your neighborhood, which they're doing, and now they wanted to expand it, and they will expand it. If for any reason they're going to, in my opinion, destroy suburbia. And just so you understand, 30% plus of the people living in suburbia are minorities. African American, Asian American, Hispanic American, they're minorities, 30%. The number's even higher. They say 35, but I like to cut it a little bit lower. You know why? That way I can never get myself in too much trouble with the fake news. But 30% plus are minorities living in suburbia. And when they go in and they want to change zoning so that you have lots of problems, where they want to build low-income housing, you want something where people can aspire to be there, not something where it gets hurt badly. And that's what happens. So with suburban women, suburban men, I think they feel very strongly about what I'm doing. It's a very fair question. It's a very important question. But they fought all their lives to be there, and then all of a sudden they have something happen that changes their life and changes what they fought for so many years. John, please.
There you have it. He wants to make it clear. I'm not saying that the suburbs are going to be invaded by black people. I'm saying they're going to be invaded by poor people. And I want to keep them out. The problem with Trump, I think, in this instance, is that, and he's clearly getting polling, right, that is showing you're starting to bleed, particularly women in the suburbs. You're starting to bleed that support, which is the case. He takes it so he doesn't know how to sort of nuance this in. And so he just immediately goes out there and goes, I have a problem with women in the suburbs. So women in the suburbs, they're going to let poor people in, and it's going to ruin your houses. Like you can't even come up with any type of subtle way of saying that. And I think the problem with him saying it that way is it makes people feel bad about themselves a little bit. They want the cover of feeling like, oh, that's not what it's about. Like, I mean, if he come in and said, like, they believe in high density building in the suburbs, and that's not why people go out there, then people go, that's right, I don't want high density building or something like that. But instead he goes like, it's poor people going to invade you. And then people are going to feel bad about themselves for feeling that way. And I think he's so ham-fisted with that stuff. I really think that the best strategy for him is to shut down the post office and make it impossible for people to vote.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. That said, this is a strategy that has worked in the past, going back to Nixon and Reagan, just trying to fearmonger with people who maybe did work hard to have this suburban lifestyle, and they don't want to think of themselves as racist. I actually remember reading some quotes from people who switched from Democrat to Republican in the 70s in the book Staying Alive by Jefferson Cowie. And they're like, oh, well, if a black family has the money to move here and go to my school, then I have no problem with that. But I don't want them being bussed in from the inner city. It's that kind of double dance where they can convince themselves that they're not being racist, even as they uphold a racist policy that appeals to them on a number of levels.
Yes, and that's the thing though, is I don't feel like he's doing the double dance. I feel like he's just sort of laying it out without like realizing like you've got to give these people something else. You've got to give them a fig leaf. And he's not giving a fig leaf in this. Like, take some time. Come up with a fig leaf, dude.
Yeah. Suburban women love fig leaves.
I mean, who doesn't love a fig leaf?
I'm always saying.